This is London Tonight with Natasha Kaplinsky.
Hello, good evening. Racist abuse and violent remarks. A jury today saw video clips secretly filmed by police at the home of one of the men accused of murdering Stephen Lawrence. Ronke Phillips was in court for today's dramatic developments. Ronke.
Yes, thanks, Natasha. The surveillance footage that was shown today dates back to 1994 and was filmed in Gary Dobson's flat in Eltham. Both he and David Norris deny murdering Stephen at a bus stop the year before. This afternoon, Gary Dobson took the stand and said the comments that were caught on camera were disgusting. Dressed in a grey-blue suit and a striped tie, Gary Dobson began his evidence by telling the jury the video in which he was captured using racist language was just banter. As part of an undercover surveillance operation, a camera had been installed in the flat which was being rented by Dobson and a friend in Eltham in December 1994. The hidden camera captured their conversations as they sat around watching television. Dobson, his co-accused David Norris and other men are all heard making obscene racist comments. In one of the clips, Norris is heard saying, "I would go and kill every black. I would go down Catford and places like that with 2 submachine guns. I would blow their 2 arms and legs off and say, 'Go on, you can swim home now.'" Stephen Lawrence's parents, Doreen and Neville, watched as an earlier extract of Gary Dobson brandishing a knife was played to the jury. Dobson was also heard on the video recalling an incident in which he threatened a black colleague with a knife. "I said, 'Tap me once more. I'm going to slice this down you 7 times. But when he took the stand, Dobson said he was disgusted with the racist language he'd used. His defence barrister, Timothy Roberts QC, asked him, "This is the way you used to speak in private, in your own front room with your friends. How did you used to speak in public in 1994? Dobson replied, "Nothing like that. I'm embarrassed by it, to be honest. It's not comfortable sitting watching it. It's not something I'm proud of and certainly not the way I was brought up to speak either." Key forensic evidence was found on this jacket belonging to Dobson, but he told the jury he hadn't worn it for years. Gary Dobson and David Norris both deny being part of the white gang who attacked and killed student Stephen Lawrence in April 1993. The dead teenager's family left the court together. They're expected to return to the Old Bailey tomorrow when the prosecution will continue its cross-examination.
Well, clearly, Ronke, the evidence heard in court today was extreme. How did the courtroom react?
Well, it was a very tense court, especially as Dobson made his way out of the dock and made that very short walk across the courtroom into the witness stand. He asked if he could be seated during his evidence, and before the video was shown, the judge warned the jury that it would be emotive, that it was very violent and there was racist language, but he said to them that they should remain unemotional. The jury seemed transfixed as the video was shown, and their attention was literally just glued to that video screen. As you saw in my report, Stephen's parents were also there to watch the whole thing, and they also transfixed. Doreen Lawrence made notes in a little notebook that she had with her. Gary Dobson at times seemed to be looking down, but if I'm honest, I think what he was doing was following the whole case with the transcript. So tomorrow he will continue being cross-examined by the prosecution, and we're expecting the court to be packed once again.
Ronke, thank you very much. Thank you. Well, the Stephen Lawrence trial is one of the stories making the headlines on the ITV News at 6:32. Here is Alistair Stewart.